I walk into the big studio this morning. T and P already in there.
Yeah, had Lance Briggs in there today, right?
Yeah, Lance Briggs in there today.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
Salute.
that's super dope. I walk in there, and they in there, and we was gonna play the locker room interviews from the post game the other day. And they like, hey, yo, you wild as hell for the Coastal Level interview. I'm like, what? Like what? They like, nigga, you said, you said they brought out their heavy package and y'all spread them out. I said, what?
What?
No, I didn't. They played it. Hey, Coastal, on that 2-point conversion, man, y'all had 3 tight ends. They brought their heavy package and y'all spread them out.
Like tight ends, heavy packages, and spread them out.
Wide receivers.
All played into it.
Anyway, man, welcome to this edition of Herb and Two. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. This is when we get together. We talk about issues that currently impact us as a black community. We talk about how those issues impact us individually and also how they impact us as a collective. We appreciate y'all for choosing to be here. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Please leave your comments, your suggestions, your ideas. We'll read through as many of them as we possibly can. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the page, set the alert so you get reminders every time we drop new content. Also subscribe to the Patreon where you can get exclusive content that only goes out to the official dirtbags. Again, this is Herb and Two. It is intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. My name is Herb. His name is Two. Two, I like the beanie, good brother. What's happening?
I appreciate it, fam. Man, I'm peaceful, G. I learned a lot of lessons this week, man.
Peaceful is good.
Yeah, I'm peaceful, G. For real. Like I think I took some valuable lessons home in the last probably 8 to 10 days.
Good.
You know what I mean? About staying in my lane and sticking to what's important to me and don't chase shit. With the TLC song, stick to the rivers and the valleys that you used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck all that glamour and glitz. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm learning them lessons.
Glad to hear it, brother. Life is a ever evolving journey. Life is a heck of a teacher if you are willing to be a student. So that's what's up. I love that for you, brother.
So with you, brother, you had a big weekend this week, G. The Bears is kicking ass. You was that might have been the most important game. Well, I ain't gonna say that because the 85 Bears have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But outside of the Super Bowl, that might be the most important Bears game in franchise history.
For sure, man.
I actually watched that whole fucking game.
It was most exhilarating. You know, obviously I was there working the game. It was such a huge, like, just emotional roller coaster. I mean, the energy coming into the game was so high all over the city all week. It was just buzzing. There was this huge build up to the game. You can feel the energy in the stadium, in the whole city. And immediately the Bears come out there stinking up the joint. Like, go down 21-3 at the half. It is so quiet in there. Like, you can just feel everybody's heart collectively break. Yeah, like, there was a point in the game where it was like, I looked over the T next to me and I was like, man, I'm gonna leave, bro. Like, this is trash. This is sad. Like, this is watching a slow death. And the Bears did that thing that they've been doing all year, man, which is find a way to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, man, and pull out that game late. The Packers choked again against the Bears, and that stadium was rocking. It was literally the press box was shaking. I never felt that before. I was like, this is insane.
What year did they went to the Super Bowl with Lovey? What year was that?
05 or 06.
Was that Peanut Tillman in them?
Yeah, that was Peanut, Urlacher, Devin Hester, Lance Briggs.
Right. So it was something that was happening that year, if I remember correctly, where, you know, all these wild ass defensive kind of like turnovers. It was creating wins
Mike Brown,
for the team, right? And inherently, I was like, all right, motherfucker, how many games can you do this year?
It's gonna run out.
This gonna run out.
Right.
And I still think they could have won that Super Bowl. I think it was some bullshit in the game.
Yeah, they had 2 huge injuries that happened right before. Tommy Harris and Mike Brown got injured and then weren't available for the Super Bowl. And God bless Daniil Manning, but he gave up a wide open touchdown where Mike Brown would have been.
Yeah. But, you know, I've been boycotting football since Kaepernick. But, you know, I was out of town this weekend, and it gave me a reason to not have to engage. So I watched it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me is so stupid. Just fire to say. Get
I'm
my
slow.
chest.
I'm like, yeah. This guy.
Nah, but I watched the whole game. But that's Caleb presents a aura like that, but it's not the same. I felt like that wasn't sustainable, even though this shit is wild for him. I feel like this is sustainable. I feel like he's gonna get better.
Yeah.
But I think he plays from a space of it's the Iceman shit.
Yeah.
Right? I can do this. He has a level of confidence that I can do this. And once the momentum shifts, everything's up for grabs.
Snowball effect. It just keeps
everything's
building. You saw the Packers getting tighter and tighter as that pressure just mounted on them more and more. You just said something that made me want to say something.
Level of confidence he playing with?
Nah, you said you was out of town and watched the game. Damn, I don't know. I felt like it was powerful. I don't know if it was.
I tell you this, I was in Texas, right? So I'm in Houston, and we was out to eat, and it was just amazing to me. It was funny because there was a bar there. You start to see the Bears jerseys flow in, and you see how impactful. The Bears are good for football, G.
Yeah. The football.
When the Bears are good, it's good for football.
The NFL is much better when the Bears are good. The city of Chicago is much better when the Bears are good. I've said this a lot to a lot of people that this is a Bears town more than it is any other town. We got two baseball teams. South side love the Sox, North side love the Cubs. You got people that love hockey and the Blackhawks. You got people that love basketball and the Bulls. But all of those people love the Bears, and it makes for a different energy when the Bears are good. And I just appreciate, how they've tapped into the city, in a way, whether that's like you got like the restaurant, the Wiener Circle, and they giving out free hot dogs when the Bears do this, or if the coach take his shirt off, or if Caleb throw for this many touchdowns. And they already said if the Bears win the Super Bowl, they give them the whole city free hot dogs. They feed the whole parade hot dogs. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but
they ain't, but it's a good measure of marketing too. I ain't mad at it.
I'm not even sure Chicago will survive the Bears winning the Super Bowl. Like, I'm going to the Super Bowl. The Bigs going to cover the Super Bowl, whether the Bears go or not. But if the Bears,
that's dope.
Yeah. But if the Bears go and the Bears win,
that's crazy.
It's gonna be absolutely.
Where's the Super Bowl at this year?
In San Francisco, Santa Clara.
Right up your alley. You're gonna have a wonderful time.
Wow.
I'm just saying, San Francisco's a beautiful city.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
The Bears win, you're San Fran. I mean, what can happen there?
Break out the heavy package and spread them out.
You know what I mean?
I want to just hurry up and get back to the city just before it's torn down. Like, what would that party be like that night? And then what would that parade be like in Grant Park? Like,
you been in San Fran though?
No.
San Fran is fly as fuck though. I ain't even bullshitting you. And it is one of them, with all the shit that goes on in San Fran, it's one of them places where there ain't no rules.
Okay.
So it probably would be live to be in San Fran as they were.
At the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it is live.
It'd be cracking. For sure. But I appreciate like how they kind of ingratiated themselves to the city. I appreciate Coach Ben Johnson, and he in the post-game locker room like, man, fuck the Packers. I hate those fucking guys. It was like, that's the energy of 99.9% of the city, minus the scattered Packers fans that's from Chicago, which is just weird to me.
Anthony Davis ass niggas.
Man.
Mm-hmm. That's why he always hurt.
Gee, he is made of glass or something. That man brushed his hand on somebody else's jersey, and now he's getting hand surgery and out for months. I've never seen somebody injure themselves and I couldn't even tell like how or what happened. Like, he just walked past the jersey.
Yeah, he went to perspectives.
Yeah, that's
I mean, you know what I mean? We don't have to go no further than that.
Say less.
Say less.
Moving on. Mr. Glass. What was that? Was that
the
name?
Even a real school. Get the fuck out of here.
Was that the name of that Samuel L. Jackson movie? Was he like called Mr. Glass, where he would like break?
Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Mr. Glass.
But now the Bears, Tremaine Edmonds started doing this Chicago. Yeah. Now all of Black Chicago knows that's.
I fuck with it and I don't fuck with
simultaneously. Because we know that that's DJ Ferris's tag of this Chicago nigga.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tremaine Edmonds can't just get on TV with that, so I get it, and he's still trying to find a way. But it's like watching a movie like Minister Society with no curses
on BT.
Yeah,
Mickey Ficky. Mickey Ficky was a real word in that movie, dude. We started going around the hood talking about, come here, Mickey Ficky.
Some things if you can't play it unedited, you just shouldn't play it. Menace to Society is one of those movies that you got O-Dog, man. This blew your cousin brains out in front of you. You ain't gonna do blip. Like, it's just like, what? Or like when they try to play Chief Keef Don't Like edited. It's like every word is a cuss word.
Some newscasters shouted out Ferris too for that tag, man. I was glad they did that. He deserves to get the respect for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that is part of the Chicago urban hip hop culture. It's a thing 99% of the black people in Chicago say and do. You know what I mean? I rock with it.
No, I rock with it too, man. But no, it has been a very busy week. Lots of like interview requests. I've done ESPN. I've done
Boy on fire.
Sirius XM radio. When I was doing the Sirius XM radio interview, towards the end, they like, yo, now what's up with the Herb and Tal podcast? Is that a sports show too?
They can't read.
I said, the Herb and 2 podcast has absolutely nothing to do with sports. I said, my co-host, Toussaint Warner, doesn't even watch sports. So, no, it has absolutely nothing to do with sports. If you want to see me do sports, that's the Herb Howard Show. You can watch that. If you want to see me talk about crap, never mind. So, yeah, that was funny.
Mickey Figgy?
The Herb and Tal, is that sports too? I said, Herb and 2 is not sports. But, yeah, no, it's been busy. It's been super, super cool, though. Shout out to the Bears. Hopefully they keep this thing going. We will see how long they can.
Man, it's in their favor, man. The Rams come. It's supposed to be negative 152 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be cold. You got an LA team coming in, a dome team. Obviously not used to playing in the elements like that. That should be a slight advantage for the Bears, although they got to play in it too.
Man, we don't really get to the playoffs like we used to play in that.
Right. Usually they in Cancun by now.
Right.
Like, Lance Briggs told me this.
Fuck part of this is this.
When Lance Briggs walked in this morning, it dawned on me. I said, hey, nigga, the last time the Bears won a playoff game, you was in it.
Mm-hmm.
You was in the game. Like that. He was like, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm like, that's insane. But yeah, they doing their thing, man. Hopefully they can keep it rocking against the Rams.
Salute to the Bears, man. It was fun watching the game. I'm still boycotting next season, but I'm rock with the team until they get out the playoffs so they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, I'm with it. Staying home in Chicago, but switching the tone a little bit, man. The story of the lady who went missing, the school teacher, what's her name?
I wish I knew her name because we gonna butcher the shit out of this.
Yeah. What you got for us?
That's not the one. But either way, the lady with the black husband, who the whole world, Linda Brown. Her name is Linda Brown.
Her name is Linda Brown.
Butchkowski.
No, it's funny that it's Linda Brown.
Linda Brown.
It's not funny that she's gone.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
However she met her demise.
Walking into the lake or however that happened. You know what I mean?
So the husband came out in his plea for help to find her. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I saw the interview, I was like, lock him up.
Oh, he did that shit.
He did that. This is giving Drew Peterson, Lacey Peterson vibes for sure, but he did it.
You gave that man to Jussie Smollett, huh?
Oh, quickly.
What happened?
Quickly. And then I was like, oh, she's white too? They're going to lock him up right after his press conference.
The whole internet felt like that, though. There was a diatribe of people that came out like,
yeah. See, that's what's wrong with the internet and microphones and cameras.
It is. It is exactly what's wrong with the entirety of culture today.
Yeah.
It is.
Everybody has a cell phone and thus a platform.
An opinion and a microphone.
Yeah, and so they just go out and spew that. I didn't get on the internet like, yo, I think but he did it. I was just, when I saw it, I was like.
Yeah, we just said it in the inbox.
Yeah, he did it. He did it. People went out there and put out whole videos of what he did it and why and how. Turns out, the dearly departed was having a mental episode and walked into Lake Michigan not to come out alive. And then said talking heads on the internet came out with their apology tours and I'm sorry to that man.
Yeah, the apology is never
as loud as the accusation.
Never.
No.
Never as loud, right?
No.
But you make a very good point though, man. That's how the internet works, right? and it speaks to so much other stuff too, and it speaks to the power how narratives get shaped. You know what I mean? And it speaks to the lack of impact that news stations have and traditional media stations have anymore, right? Legitimately, public opinion shapes opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And public opinion is derived directly from the Instagrams and the Twitters and the, you know, that really becomes the outlets for media these days.
Yeah.
And that shit has, you know, that shit has a real effect, right? He's over here.
He is wild.
She high as hell.
She was finna foot it straight
right
through the main camera.
Like, what is y'all doing? Y'all doing nothing of importance.
Don't worry about me, guys.
Don't worry about me, guys. Yeah, man, but how the narratives get shaped?
Her brain is clogged up. It's not thinking clearly.
She ain't been using it, man. The great poet laureate. Usher Raymond. We gotta listen to him.
You gotta listen to him.
You know what I mean?
Nah, man. So, are you comfortable? Are you satisfactorily convinced
that he didn't do it?
That he didn't aid her demise?
I always side with black people.
Oh yeah,
So,
I'm riding with him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying lock him up. I'm asking if he did it.
OJ didn't kill Nicole. G. I'm riding with the black man. I don't give a fuck what else happens. I'm riding with the black man.
No, he didn't. You gonna believe me or your lying eyes?
Your lying eyes. You're right. I'm sorry.
You're right. We are not laughing at her death. Just the circumstances around it.
But in that same vein, right?
Mm-hmm.
When narratives getting shaped or whatever, and the seriousness, the severity of narratives getting shaped, right? Like we laughing, we joking and shit, but that is real, right? Public opinion dictates cases, it dictates outcomes, it dictates
Facts.
A whole lot of shit.
Facts.
Right? This past week, an ICE agent murdered a woman in Minnesota. Renee Nicole Good, or Nicole Renee Good. I'm sorry if I messed up the name. I don't know how it goes. But after the murder took place, again, back to how social media works, and everybody with a camera and the camera phone, you saw this murder take place, and you saw from it was like a satellite was on the goddamn street. It was like from every possible angle you could consider.
Yeah.
Right? And within less than an hour, Kristi Noem came out and she blamed the woman in the car for attacking the ICE agent, using her car as a weapon and endangering the ICE agent. Mm-hmm. Days later, or a few hours later, I don't know the exact timeline, but it came out, and I do not know the ICE agent's name, but it came out that maybe a couple of weeks ago or a week or two ago, he had been dragged by another car where he had to get XYZ amount of stitches in his arm. You ain't heard that part of it?
No.
So on some levels, I think
that's an important element, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're trying to rationalize it like, hey man, he's already been in this situation.
But if he got PTSD, then he shouldn't be cleared for duty.
He shouldn't be out there, right? But one, you're not a law enforcement agency. You shouldn't be out there anyway.
Hey.
Right?
You got a ski mask and a gun. Apparently you a law enforcement agent.
Think about this shit though, right? They all have body cams as well.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck you got a body cam for if you wearing a ski mask? It's oxymoronic. You understand me? I can't identify you. How the fuck what's the value of the camera? Right? But either way, the angles show that he had cleared the car. He had also put himself in danger by walking in front of the car. If you know police protocol, you don't do that. Mm-hmm. He did it twice or 3 times.
They just hired a bunch of cats from the KKK meeting.
It definitely called her a bitch after he shot her. You know what I mean? Die bitch. I don't know if it was die bitch, but it's something like fuck you bitch. It was something before the bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was a murder. It's cold-blooded murder, right? And it begs the question, like, how far are we willing to how do you operate within the lawless society?
Yeah.
Right? These are not police officers, right? They're a private police force, right? Shout out to Minneapolis, right? Some of what the community did afterwards was, like, hotel owners, if they found out you was a nice agent and you were staying at their hotel, they kicked your ass out. Restaurants wouldn't serve them. They came together as a community, like, man, we ain't fucking with y'all.
Get out. Y'all can't get nothing here.
Can't get nothing here.
No rice, no champagne, no nothing.
But I also want to point out the hypocrisy of this whole conversation too, right? So within an hour or so, I think it was the governor or the mayor came out and was like, man, get the fuck out of our city. Mm-hmm. These are a private police force. Mm-hmm. They have no jurisdiction. Police can come out there and arrest their ass, and it's a state charge. Trump can't do shit about it.
Right. But they won't do that.
But you won't do that. So miss the fuck out of me with all that rhetoric.
Because they know Trump will freeze them out of any federal aid or participation in anything.
But that begs the question, how do you operate within a lawless society? Right? Because it's fear that's hindering you from moving. But it's also fear that they're leveraging to get you to do as they wish you to do. And at what point does that line get drawn? Where does those barriers stop? Because they keep pushing it further and further and further.
The thing about a lawless society is that it's lawless for everybody. If it ain't no rules here, then it ain't no rules here. So if you're going to let your nuts hang, when do we decide to let our nuts hang?
And that's kind of the question that I'm asking.
Yeah. So not to answer the question, but to give like maybe a option, like is this what forces us to police ourselves, to be our own governing people, as far as like some shit going on we call, because I think I seen a clip the other day where it was referring to this, where he was saying like shit, well now the Hebrew Israelites could be the police. They just get together, like somebody call the Hebrew Israelites, here they come, and they pull up, black truck, you know what I mean? But they was marketing it, but it seems like that's the answer to your question.
Well, we got to understand, when you see, even this is bullshit. I was about to say traditional protests, right? If you think about a protest today, a protest itself is supposed to be an obstruction, right? But if you think about how protests work today, they got licenses and all kind of shit to go protest. You're not instructing shit. The city gave you permission to have a parade in the street, right? Which is why when we did the downtown shutdown and shut down industry, it was such a big deal, right? Because that was obstructing industry. You stopped some cash flow. You stopped some shit, right? So, but when you think about those traditional protests, you go out there and yell, and you yelling at the police, you're a sitting mayor, you're sitting congressman, whatever the fucking government structure of the place is, they're responding because even the police are just an extension of the governing bodies. These motherfuckers is a private police force. They are not an extension of nothing other than Trump's mind. You understand what I'm saying? So I saw one clip, some dude was hollering and hooping and hollering, talking all in the ICE agent's face. The ICE agent just took the mace and sprayed the shit out of him. Get the fuck out of my face. He was real cool about it.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't that. We ain't the police.
There's no governing body over us.
There's no governing body over us. So the minute I'm tired of you yelling in my fucking ear,
get the fuck out of my face.
Get the fuck out of my face. And what you gonna do about it?
I think P, that's the entirety of this moment that we're living in, being pushed to action for ourselves, like being pushed to change something all on our own that we've never done before. And I think that's what I've been saying really since 2015 when that motherfucker said, I'm gonna run for president. It's like, he's going to push American society to the edge of doing what it should have been doing all along. And is that ugly? Abso-fucking-lutely. It's absolutely ugly, but so is the history of America. You know what I mean? And if that's what it's going to be, then that's what it's going to be. But it's here now, and you're starting to see us being pushed to the point where you're not going to have no choice. This man has literally formed his own personal gang where he calls the shots from the White House as though he was a gang leader in some maximum security prison somewhere, just calling shots on the street. He got a gang of motherfuckers running around in ski masks with guns on, doing whatever they want to fucking do, including shoot unarmed ladies in their vehicles. Now, how we go about responding, what that looks like, how much bloodshed will that cost, I don't know. But I think organizations, whether it be the Hebrew Israelites or organizations like Watch Guard, shout out to Q, I don't know what that looks like. You know what I mean? I don't know what that looks like.
It looked like Sarah Connor and Terminator. What the fuck it look like? Ground level organizing. But there's so many. Again, I opened the show saying, man, I learned a lot of shit about staying in my lane, right? And I attribute that directly to J. Maul Green, right? And I'm not gonna harp on J. Maul Green, but the reality of it is that I didn't really want to talk to dude. That ain't my lane. Yeah. That ain't my space. right? The conversation the motherfuckers are responding to is not even a real conversation.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? But he was able to shape a narrative that created an energy where motherfuckers who actually know me believe we were playing in a world that we would never play in, right?
Have you met us? Do you think we would allow the
Right.
mayor or anybody else to dictate what we do?
There's a lesson there. You know what I mean? Don't jump into motherfucking fights that ain't your fight, right? And there's a lot of conversation happening on the ground, even in the back to the J. Mal Green shit, how they even attached what he said to us about us. The only other voice you hear in that J. Mal Green clip is Herb's. That's the only other voice you hear. And Herb is saying, I agree with you there. That's the fuck you said, right? What people didn't see, at the end of that conversation, we did like a top 5 things we was happy for in 25 or some shit. One of my answers was that we're learning the word xenophobia, right? So blackness cannot be flat anymore. There's clear demarcations and we can organize as a group, right? So one of the things that I've seen since Nicole Renee got shot, is there is black people coming out saying, hey man, we tried to tell y'all, right? Then there's other black people coming out, at least that I've seen, saying, hey man, y'all down there protecting Somalians. How many times y'all done seen the Somalian come out and say, hey man, rest in peace to Nicole Renee and da-da-da-da, right? These are the conversations that's taking place. Now, in reality, this ain't a black conversation. This is an American conversation, right? And what the fuck does it look like to be an American in a time where America is in turmoil? And when we start hearing those different perspectives, which America do I live in? Which America do they live in? And which America do the MAGA people live in?
Different experiences.
You understand? All three of those are very different Americas. So when the rubber hits the motherfucking road and there's a need to respond, what group responds? The only one of those groups who's identified a unifying rallying call is MAGA. And their unifying rallying call is fuck everybody who ain't white, right? And conservative, right? So, you know, at some level you hear a lot of people saying, hey man, even in Chicago, paint Chicago red. You said something that was very important when we was having that conversation back to J. Mal. You was like, man, we got to understand the dangers of aligning with certain philosophies, even if it aligns with some of the things we may want, right? Because how narratives get shaped and nuance is lost and people are stupid, right? The idea just becomes, I'm with them. And the them that you point at is showing you nationally, we don't give a fuck about you. Right? But you got a whole squadron of motherfuckers in this town. Like, I'm with them. Chicago is not the only place that's operating like that. Right? There's pockets of that energy all across. Right? And then you got to say, if we're in a lawless place where you, even back to fucking Minneapolis, right? I just said, the hotel people was like, you got to get the fuck out. Right? The restaurant people said, you got to get the fuck out. Well, why did they do that? Because they, even if they wasn't protesting, they citizens of the town, and my town, I owe them a debt of responsibility. I cannot service a motherfucker who's here to hinder or harm my town. Right? But when they start rioting, the ICE people who have no jurisdiction got to call on the police to come out here and help us because we don't have enough numbers to control this crowd. But guess what? The police are also citizens of that town. What team are you aligned with? What idea are you aligned with? It's so much confusion, which makes it even more dangerous.
Chaos. You create confusion and chaos so that you can move how you want to move. And they're creating a ton of confusion and chaos. And in those moments, that's when it's most important to be anchored to something. That's when it's most important to believe in and stand on something. And I don't know what that collective thing is for all of the other Americans who are not on their bullshit.
Yeah.
It's been divided for so long, I don't know that we know how to unify under anything. But what every human being is born understanding how to unify with is survival. And you got this side of these far right, crazy whites unifying under what they believe to be a fight for their very survival. You got Elon Musk co-signing statements like, if white men become the minority, we're going to be slaughtered. We got to do everything we can to stop that from happening. So if that's their rallying cry, if that's what they're going to fight for, then what becomes the other fight? It has to be about your very survival too. It's got to go even beyond right and wrong, what's moral, what's not moral, because they're clearly not coming at you from a right, wrong, moral, immoral perspective. They coming at you on some, fuck you, this for my very survival shit. You have to respond and meet that same kind of energy. Otherwise, you will lose.
Yeah, man, it's very interesting out here, brother. I fuck with what you said, right? You're gonna align with the first thing, which is survival, right? And I think that in that alignment, that even makes it more dangerous for those of us at the bottom of the totem pole, right? I think oftentimes we're very confused about who we are in the paradigm of the American network, right? We're a very small population, very small population. We often say it like, you get outside Chicago, Detroit, Philly, Alabama.
You don't see us.
Texas.
DC, Baltimore.
I mean, you know what I mean? We're not America. That's America. You know what I mean? And that America is heavily armed up. It's back to how narratives work, right? When you start thinking about guns and gun violence, your mind might go to 63rd Street.
Yeah.
Right? But the reality of it is, it ain't the same. Right? I tell y'all a story all the time about living in Iowa.
Yeah, it's not the far right wing. I'm fighting for my life from a piece of chocolate right now that went down the wrong way.
Went down the wrong way. Piece of chocolate. Look at her.
I
can't wait to get to San Francisco. Practicing for San Francisco.
I'm trying.
I can take it all. I've been doing this for months.
I'm trying to get it up or down, and it's just stuck. It is just. I'm sorry. I'm finna die. P like, damn, nigga. Cough again. I'm gonna turn your mic off.
Cough on your time, nigga. Nah, but yeah, man, we're in a very interesting situation, and I think Trump every day is aligning himself more and more as a dictator, right? And it's happening in real time. Before the cameras came on, I was showing you like all of these advertising campaigns that are coming out of the Trump White House, and they're all aligned with white supremacists, organizations, like real white supremacist organizations, Nazi organizations, like these terms that they're leveraging. Like,
we talking blatant alignment.
Blatant alignment, right? Protect the homeland. The thing that Kristi Noem stood in front of when she talked about the shooting in Minneapolis, it was attached to a Nazi town rating. I can't think of the exact words of the slogan, but
one of ours
is worth
all of yours.
Right? This is directly attached to a Nazi town takeover where they shot every man in the town from age 14 to 84. And every woman in the town went directly to the gas chambers. You know what I mean? Like, this is a direct attachment to.
And they put that as the banner on the podium in which she's speaking to, right? So you got to understand it. Every instance that they get, every chance they get, they're dog whistling to their supporters. They're using essentially the theme song of the Proud Boys over their video messaging.
Yeah, propaganda.
Yeah.
But even outside of that, even JD Vance and Elon Musk, they're doing it as well. You know, without outright. I mean, at this point, they pretty much are saying it blatantly and outright. Elon Musk said, JD Vance is the one that said you don't have to be ashamed of being white anymore, right? And then
that's what I was saying about Elon Musk. He retweeted and put 100 over that message that said, if we allow white men to become the minority, we will be slaughtered. We must do anything we can. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but we say it's blatant. But I disagree. And I think that's the nuance.
You ain't paying attention, you don't even know.
You don't even know, right? You don't know. But you got the people who say, hey man, I'm flipping Chicago red. Not the leaders of the pushes, but those who might have felt like the migrants coming here took away an opportunity from them. Because we don't deal in nuance, all we can deal in is what's happening to me directly. I'm a 20-year-old dude on 71st and Jeffrey, and everybody who works in local market right now is a Venezuelan. And I can't afford to eat. I ain't got no job, right? We don't attach that to corporatism, in which Trump is bailing motherfuckers out every day. Right. We don't attach that to this motherfucker made 30 times his wealth in 1 year as a president than he did as a private businessman. We don't attach that to 5 motherfuckers having more money than the entire bottom 50% of America. Right. We only attach it to what we can see visibly. Right. This has to be the problem I have. Right. You understand what I'm saying? No, this is 50 years in the making. Right. Right? And to that point, you know, ain't no party immune to it. All of you motherfuckers played a hand in this. Right. This is just the culmination of it. Right? Trump is a symptom, not the cause. He's just a symptom, not the cause. He's aggressive with it. Yeah. And he's uber ignorant, and he's not part of the system, so it's no rules. Right? He's grifting to the highest possible level, which is why he can make 30 times his fucking income in 1 year. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's some wild time, man. The other day he came out in an interview talking about, I ain't really with the civil rights bill either. Right? You better be fucking paying attention, man. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like, again, I say all the time, man, we make out the vast majority of black wealth in this country is built through the post office. CPS, CTA, all government jobs. Right? The minute government lets go of your ass, grandma's house gone. And ain't nobody had a house since grandma. Right. You know what I mean? Shit's getting very, very real, and I think it's imperative that we pay attention at a different level and decide. Decide to Pete's point, like that. Decide. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you willing to do, right? And no bullshit. Get gunned up. Are you gonna let them slow walk you into the deep end, or are you gonna stop at some point? Like, hold on, get gunned up. We gotta push back against this, because that's really what's happening. I want to get into the Tiana Taylor thing that's been happening, but is there anything more serious and pertinent before we get to that level of? Because I mean, we're not going to have it from an entertainment perspective, so to speak. But if there's anything else more pertinent, we got to tackle before then. I would rather do that than jump to that. Nah, I think we're good, man. Let's talk about Tiana, because Tiana's fine. Whew, my goodness. She deserves to be talked about. My goodness, she is. Shout out to Shep. Feel good when somebody knock something down that you appreciate. You know what I mean? Yeah. Salute to Shep. And on some levels, I want to say, like, I want to be like, man, how you didn't want to keep hitting that? You was just messing that up, like. And then on other levels, like, everybody get tired of. Yeah, you hit something 10,000 times. It don't matter what it looked like. It's like one man's treasure is another man's trash. Yeah. You know what I mean? She probably got a difficult morning breath, or you know what I mean? Something. Attitude gets on my nerves. Something. Yeah.
I think she's difficult to get along with, honestly.
What makes you think that?
I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't want to speak.
Is a fine woman ever difficult to get involved with? Before you smash. He said along with. That's what I meant. Is a bad woman ever difficult to get along with before you hit?
Yes.
Yeah. I said bad now. I ain't saying it. Yeah. Okay.
It's something about her. It's something about her that I just I can see it could be a little, I mean, I got this intuition, my daddy gave it to me, it's different. You know what I mean? So I can tell by your eye if you're crazy. I know bitches with crazy eye. I can recognize crazy eye. I can recognize
crazy eye is easy to recognize.
I mean, yeah, but it's something there.
No, I agree with you. I can see that on her too. And I don't know her. I've got like 1 degree of separation from her. Somebody I'm super cool with is super cool with her. So I've seen her in settings or whatever, but like, I don't know. I agree with P. I think it's something behind her eyes that's like, you be wilding a little bit.
I'd be intrigued by that kind of crazy though.
Yeah, you into that kind of thing.
I'm into that.
I'm saying until. Like
it's always an until, but before the until comes,
that tiger didn't go crazy. That tiger went tiger. But She is.
Dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
She is in the cultural conversation. But before we get to the cultural conversation, we were talking about something in the pre-show conversation that spawned off that conversation about.
Man, it's hot as hell in here.
It is. I thought it was just we were talking about Tiana Taylor, but it is hot. We were talking about women and their ability to walk outside and find a male sex partner anytime they want to. And I'm saying that's still a thing too. You said you don't really think that's the case anymore.
I don't. I think women are some of the loneliest creatures on the planet. I think men have more standards than women. Right? Even just how we just laughing and joking, like, man, how many times? I'm older than y'all, so I come from a different school.
He says that at least once every.
Because it's fucking important. Because the thought processes behind them is different. It's radically different.
The only thing he says more than I got in trouble when I had to move to CD Rappers album.
Whatever. Hey. Yeah, I'm older than y'all. Pay attention, goddammit. I'm the elder here.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. I'm the authority. All things R&B.
All right.
No, but if you think about like culturally, like how men, i.e., treat women, i.e., like specifically like right off the backs of the heels of my parents. Like this is still damn near horse and carrot shit. You know what I mean? Like. So there's this kind of affinity or nurturing or delicacy that's attached to how you engage girls. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying this across the board or no shit.
Right.
Bitches ain't shit came out during this time too, but you know what I mean? It's a balance, right? Where this kind of ideology kind of with younger generations where, man, we on equal footing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't owe you shit.
Right.
Right, I'm the prize.
Right.
Those conversations.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think when that becomes the culture, shit shifts. Right. There's the number conversation.
Mm-hmm.
There's just more women than there is men.
Right.
These new dudes be faithful.
New dudes be faithful.
They be in love.
Crazy.
They be in love. They different. Right. My son and them. He's handsome in 20. My nephews, he's handsome in 25. They can count their girls on one hand. Me?
Yeah.
If I was handsome, but if I had their level of handsome, I'd be dead already. I'd have definitely had the big dog. You know it would have been all downhill.
I would have had the big dog.
I would have had the big dog. Because it would have been no rules of life.
Black men don't cheat.
Yeah, but I'm talking about young. It would have been
Right.
cheating. It just would have been
Right.
31 flavors. You know, taste the rainbow. You know what I mean?
Nah,
But
I feel you. It was definitely cracking.
so all these rules change,
Mm-hmm.
right? What makes it more difficult for women to access sex, compatibility, all that shit. Think about the old chicks who chased after young niggas now. Like it's a theme, right? That's never been a theme in the history of mankind. Because one of the essences of women attraction is power.
Mm-hmm.
And you had that as no young person.
Yeah. I feel that, man. I still think the original design of the universe persists. I still believe in the power of femininity, which is going to bring us back to the Tiana Taylor conversation. But I still believe in the power of femininity. I still believe that if a woman walking in her proper polarity walks outside, she can fuck damn near any nigga she encounters.
I'm with you, but you just added a bunch of sauce. A whole lot of sauce. You just made her Erica fucking Badu. Right. We talking about regular. This regular weed, nigga. This ain't even drone. Fuck is you talking about? You can buy this shit on 71st.
Okay. 3 for $10. So bringing it back to Tiana Taylor before we get too far diverted. She's in the movie One Battle at a Time. She won a Golden Globe for her role in One Battle at a Time. She had never won a Golden Globe for any of her other roles, and so it brought back to like the conversation that was had around Denzel Washington winning his first Academy Award for Training Day, Halle Berry winning her first for fucking Billy Bob Thornton in whatever that movie was called,
Monsters Ball,
and why only once we play some type of character that is deemed to be demonizing or whatever, then only do we get those roles. And if that's the case, should black actors stop accepting those roles?
I kind of got a question though.
Mm-hmm.
As we having this conversation, outside of biopics, what other roles did we fucking get? Can y'all think of one positive black character that ain't a biopic? Yeah, that shit got deep real quick, didn't it?
Will Smith gets those roles.
Yeah, he's Will Smith though. He's he's Will Smith.
He's Will Smith. That's what he is.
That's what he is.
Not even who he is.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
He's Will Smith. He's Will Smith.
Right. I give you that though.
Yeah.
That's Will Smith. But can we think of anybody outside of Will Smith? I mean, and I'm not saying it don't exist. I'm struggling. When you said it like that, it made me think like, damn. Other than biopics, what are the positive visions of black life?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a cartoon, essentially.
It's kind of a biopic.
It's a cartoon. It's not even real. But like for real characters. Yeah. What about like a John Q?
That's Denzel when he saved his son?
Yeah.
But how did he save his son? Threatened everybody in the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill everybody here. Like, where's the black rom-com? Is there black rom-coms?
Yeah, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man was a black rom-com.
Best Man?
Best
but
Man,
even though
Brothers.
they demonized the man, right?
Yeah, that was some backstabbing.
The woman slept with him.
We slept with his brother.
Sleep with our
Men in Black,
Yeah.
Coming to America.
Yeah.
Tuskegee Airmen was
biopic.
Yeah.
So not
Biopic.
that.
Maybe not since Furious Styles.
Yeah,
Has there been a positive black role?
I think it's
And he was trying to fix the fucked up niggas.
You're right.
Django, my favorite.
Django?
He was a slave or something, wasn't he?
It's just, I don't know. It's something to think about.
I think there are movies out there.
Yeah, they hard to identify.
They hard to identify because even out the shit you name, the
Now,
only one I'm really walking away with is Coming to America.
They're not necessarily winning awards, but there are.
I ain't even looking for the
movies.
awards. I'm saying do the movies.
I just named like 10.
And let's add some content.
And them niggas had to be African princes too.
I'm glad you just ran off that list. Because Coming to America is paid for by Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Ownership looks different. I can tell whatever story I want when I own it.
And even he had to make himself an African prince to make this story even, you know what I mean?
That's real. But when you don't own it, even if you say to save your son, you got to shoot everybody and threaten white people.
Trading Places, also Eddie Murphy's film. Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough to think through.
It's not an easy thing to do.
It's tough to think through.
The thing about Tiana Taylor in the Golden Globe, which congratulations to her, I think that the conversation that's happening amongst black folks is that people are celebrating her, but then obviously there's some criticism where they're saying, I guess I can't say if they're necessarily shaming her, but shaming the award, I guess, or the reason that she got the award. But what do y'all have to say about that, though? Like, about the fact that these conversations happen? Can we not just celebrate the fact that she won an award? Should we even be celebrating the award?
I've always been
matter?
very critical of how black people respond to all of those award shows. The Oscars, the Grammys, the Golden Globes. I've always been extremely critical of how black people respond to it because every time there's always the conversation that we got robbed or they didn't acknowledge us for shit. And it's like, why do y'all need white validation so bad? Like, even if you break it down to the actor's level or the artist level, I can understand and say, well, the price of the brick go up if I win a Grammy. Okay, cool, that's you. But what does the rest of blackness have to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not increasing your bag. Why are we so desperate for white validation in those ways? So I've always been critical of those things. That being said, I don't understand why we would criticize the actors themselves for taking these roles. It's not like they chose for that particular role to be the first or only time that they were awarded, with these recognitions by these white institutions. So, I don't get being upset at the black actors for it at all.
Why do we have this conversation every time though? Why does this?
Because we need white validation real bad.
But I'm gonna add something though, y'all. I think it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We just had the conversation around Minnesota. And one of the things that I said was the Minnesota hotels and restaurants is like, hey, fuck out of here, right? Because y'all are damaging and harmful to my community.
Mm-hmm.
Police are also citizens, but they're standing with those same people who are harmful to the community. I'm judging the police. Because you're out here directly with motherfuckers who are harming your community. Now, in reality, that's your job. Right? But sometimes you got to take a stand and say, hey, man, even if this is my job, this is worth more to me. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm judging them. Mm-hmm. Right? And there's a lot of people that's going to line up on the side, well, man, that's their job. Mm-hmm. But if some shit go wrong, their job is to whoop your ass too. Mm-hmm. It's just going to add to the harmful elements. You know what I mean? So you can, and I do too in some senses, look at some of those depictions like, come on, dog. I don't give a fuck if it's your job. Come on, dog.
You ain't got to accept that role.
You ain't got to accept that role. Come on, dog. Right? So, and I think because we are who we are, our community is what it is. Mm-hmm. The fact that we can have the conversations like, shit, how many positive, upstanding roles are there of? That means that there's, you know what I mean? There's only a few narratives being shaped for us. There's only a few opportunities. You think that Black life is boys in the hood. Mm-hmm. Everybody in Black life carry a gun. Mm-hmm. Right? And even when we got to the rom-com shit is I fuck my man girl. Not even just a rando.
My best friend.
My best friend.
I'm the best man in his wedding.
You the biggest dirtbag.
And I nailed his wife.
And I nailed his old lady, the virgin. Like it's like if we put some thought to it, the shit is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Right? Yeah. And if we pay attention to how our real lives play out, those images and narratives and messages play out in our real lives. We can deny that shit all we want.
Yeah, but that's not the totality of who we are.
It's not, but it's the totality of the American experience. So it just plays into it. It's a goddamn cyclical thing. Mm-hmm. Right? There's a unconscious movie playing in the back of your motherfucking brain all day long that's being shaped by these images, by these messages, by these thought processes.
But what if the only images of white people in movies were school shooters or child molesters? You know what I mean? Like,
then we probably would have a better understanding of them.
Yeah, but they make sure they paint you a fuller picture of all of them.
They rom-coms, they about cheating on their boy. Or cheating on, I ain't fucking my boy best, you know what I mean?
It's 41st dates or, you know what I mean, whatever.
Right. The girl who forget the last date we just had, right? Yeah, that shit. It's more creativity with the stories, right? There doesn't have to be a villain.
Nah. Adam Sandler has never played anything other than the fun-loving character that you root for. You know what I'm saying? Sympathetic character every time.
It's just interesting.
But it is interesting, and I do think it's interesting how we approach the conversation and why we approach the conversation, because I still don't even know why. You know what I mean? I don't know why.
Is the Golden Globes like even prestigious? Like I don't be paying attention.
It ain't the Oscars, but it's very prestigious.
What? I thought the Golden Globes. One, I thought it was like TV shit. What's the difference between the Oscars and the Golden Globes?
Don't get me the line. Don't get me.
I think the Emmys is the.
We gotta ask P like Tubi. Like what happens on Tubi Awards?
I think like P knows that, right?
Who won BD of the Year?
Who won BD of the Year?
I mean, P, who won BD of the Year?
Little Noop.
Right. From down knows that. Why did he win, Pete? Because he had 3 bodies in March, 4 in June. He beat the case in November.
Yeah, I was having it right. So the Oscars is for film. The Emmys are for TV. So like primetime, daytime sports and news. The Grammys, music. The Tony Broadway. What's the other one? Golden Globe is not even on this. Oh, so it says the Golden Globes honor both film and TV, and it's voted by critics, splits film and TV into comedy, drama, less focus on the technical aspects than the Oscars. And then the Oscars focuses on cinematic artistry and technical skill in the film. So it's by industry peers, whereas the Golden Globes is voted by critics.
And it's one dude, like a 43-year-old white man who is a complete asshole douchebag, that he like owns all of them shits. Like, I forgot his name. I just seen the clip about it.
Look it up real quick.
Yeah. While we here, the NAACP Image Awards also just went down. And
Who won one of them? Anybody know? Yeah.
But I thought those. I thought the NAACP awards hasn't come out yet.
You thought what?
It can't. You sure the NCAA?
No, I don't think it's happened already.
I don't think those happened. It happened yet.
What I think has happened was the nominations came out.
Yeah.
And what I brought it up to say was there's a podcast category.
And the NAACP awards?
Yeah, Image Awards. And Joe Budden is not nominated.
Fuck out of here.
Not nominated. And, my partner is probably their biggest supporter. She watched that shit 17 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she saw you, it's Baywatch. You watching your Bay again. Let me find something else to do with myself. So she was in her phone. She's like, I can't believe this. I'm like, you can't believe what? They played my boy. I'm like, who played your boy? Joe Budden is not nominated for the NAACP Image Awards Podcast of the Year. And I was like, okay, well, it's the NAACP Image Awards. And whilst that is the biggest, best, most watched podcast, I don't know if they portray a great image of what Black America is. I don't know that that's a great image that they, I mean.
You could argue, does the NAACP portray that image?
Sure. But that's the front of
Niggas,
the award.
Alligators, apes, schools, and possums.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know, man. It's an interesting thing, man.
Nah, yeah, I'm a fan of Joe too, man. But salute to Ian, Joe Budden's manager. The clips I've been sending you about the understanding of the podcast game and how to prop his role.
Facts.
Joe Budden is the biggest Black podcaster.
Period.
Right. I think the dynamics that he adds, I think having Mark Lamont Hill on there adds to that Black image version and that intellectual conversation version. I think he does well with that. I would want to know who the nominees are if Joe Budden's not listed.
She did run them down.
I have it right here. Let's see.
Look at E. Go ahead, boy. Produce girl.
Actually, I don't see the. I see our guy Joshua Das. On here, he's been he's nominated. Das? The guy that won't come on.
Your guy. How you gonna make that our guy?
I don't like him. I thought.
I didn't even know that man's name.
Well, but we like his commentary though.
Shout out to him, but I don't know him.
Right, yeah, we don't know him. I don't know him, but I don't know him at all.
Good African kid from up north.
Right.
Yeah, but I like his content. Don't be like that, y'all. Y'all know y'all like his content.
No, shout out to him.
I think he had a podcast though.
This not podcasting. This is
Oh, you just want to shout about?
Right. We are clearly talking about the podcast category.
We clearly have to do
Oh my God.
My guys.
Y'all so irritating. They faces is clean on here. This girl is from Chicago too, and isn't she Lene Vanee? I think. Anyway.
Oh no, I love her. She the one to do. It's Friday, so I'm gonna keep it Black.
She from Chicago?
I don't know if she's from Chicago.
I think she's from like Georgia or something like that.
Oh, okay. I made that up.
She is fine to me.
Okay, the podcast.
And not in the sense that I would normally walk past her and think that she was fine.
Yeah, bless your heart.
But she get to talking, and I'd be like, she
got an old spirit, so I like that. But I would,
Yeah, I'm with it.
So it looks like they still have folks voting in the podcast categories. But right now that they're showing on the screen, what I see on the screen right now is, in my opinion, with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Image.
Fuck out of here.
Listen, I see
Niggas, alligators,
Legacy Talk with Lena Waithe. Reliving Single with Erica Alexander and Kim Coles. Sean Stockman's On That Note. That's
Boys to Men. Let's do it.
This is exactly why we're going to lose the Civil War.
Politics with Jamil Hill.
This is exactly why we're going to lose
Society
the Civil War,
and Culture. Let's see.
Because that's the NAACP version of Black.
So that's Outstanding Podcast, Art, Sports, and Entertainment. Then they have, different categories. Here we go. Podcast, Lifestyle, Self-Help. We got some folks. News and Information. I'm trying to see where Joe Budden will fall. Outstanding Podcast, Scripted, Limited Series, Short Form. Society and Culture is...
He should be in that.
Keke Palmer. Baby, this is Keke Palmer.
I really like Keke Palmer. She from the crib.
Higher Learning with Van Lathan and Rachel Lindsay.
I fuck with that one.
In my opinion, again, with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson.
I do not fuck with that.
They finna sweep.
The Don Lemon Show.
I've been fucking with Don lately. I ain't gonna lie.
And then What Now with Trevor Noah.
I fuck with Trevor too.
So those are
But Trevor's not Black.
Nah.
Yeah, so he wouldn't fall in the news and
FBA, Adolf, none of
information.
that.
He's not a black American.
South Africa.
Yeah, he wouldn't fall in.
What awards does he
Joe
get
Budden
South
wouldn't
Africa?
fall in news and information. Probably
Oh.
art, sports, and entertainment, but he's not there. So
Well, no.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Oh well, like
I want to correct an omission from myself earlier when I was talking about being busy around this Bears playoff run and all these different interviews. I also did an interview, pretty in-depth one with the Tribe. So
Salute to
shout out to that. I don't want to say ESPN and Sirius XM and not say I also did one with the Tribe, among a bunch of other stuff. But the Tribe is dope, and the interview was dope. Shout out to Tiffany Walden. I appreciated her reaching out and doing it. It was dope.
So we need to get them on the show, man.
Yeah.
We do.
Well, I got a contact now, so we can probably get that done. Also on the cultural connection with the Bears thing, everybody was at the game. Common was at the game. Freddie Gibbs was at the game. Spike Lee was at the game.
I saw it.
You know what I'm saying? The mayor was at the game. He came to drop me off a check.
Got yours?
Oh yeah.
We on.
Yeah.
We on.
Pay us like you owe us, man.
For all them years that you hold us.
Yeah.
We can talk, but money talk.
Yeah.
So talk more bucks.
Talk more bucks, Brandon. I mean, boss.
Sir. I mean, good sir. Sir. Thank you, sir.
May we please put this out, sir?
I be doing exactly what you say, sir.
Yes, sir. We sick, boss? That's it, man. We gotta go. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to this episode of Herb and Two. Thank y'all so much. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and share the show with at least one person that you think would appreciate the conversation or add some particular value to the conversaciones. Shout out to people who do all the hard work behind the cameras. All of those people are P.I. and E4O. Look for E's story coming out on the Culture Cellar very soon. It'll be quite interesting.
It's called Shh.
It's called Shh. For Two, I'm Herb. Y'all be good to each other. Peace.
Salam alaikum.